Kamala Harris is polling at around 55% for the Latino vote. Joe Biden polled 61%.
But Trump is low. But Trump is nowhere near those numbers.
Well, Trump's in the
Trump is at 35%.
I thought he was in the 40s.
Kamala's still doing way better. And you just got to be more aggressive. You got to court us. We're not going to be there waiting for you. You got to come to us and give us what we need. You got to have Latin consultants. You have to have Latin experts. You have to talk about our issues. You have to come into our communities. You got to have people that look like us and represent us by your side. You got to have Bad Bunny on one side and America Ferrera on the other.
That is an interesting point, because a lot was made about Taylor Swift's endorsement a few weeks ago. And there are people who would like to see someone from the Latino community, a big celebrity, an artist, step forward with an endorsement like that. You mentioned Bad Bunny there. Is that something that you think would really make a difference?
I think for the young folk, definitely. I mean, Bad Bunny's the biggest artist in the world, and really huge in the Latin community. So he would get some young folk out there for it. And, you know, the Latino population is, the majority of us are under 26 years old. I mean, I'm just a little bit above that.
Just slightly. Oh, just slightly.
Just slightly, just 28.
Donald Trump, I saw a poll over the weekend. He is going up in terms of, you know, courting the
Arizona. Yeah.
So he's going upward.
Trending up. Yeah.
So is it inflation? What is it that is driving people toward him? And I guess by definition, away from Kamala Harris.
Well, you know, Latino people are not a monolith. You know, we're just not.
No group is,
right? So religious Latinos are, you know, they're anti-abortion and homophobic, and so yeah. I mean, you might get them because the thing that Latinos care most about is jobs and housing. You know, so if you're talking about startup businesses, Latino women are #1 startup businesses in America. And we always, Latinos, poll very large in keeping the housing market going. Usually it's 60% of housing sales. So if you're talking, and Kamala brought up those points, and she's got to keep hitting those points.
You know, I read an article a month or so ago, which was really interesting. And they were talking about this whole phenomenon that why Latino voters seem to be moving away from the Democrats, you know, over time. And the premise of this article was that there are a lot of Latino Americans who came in here legally, and there's almost a resentment of anybody who comes in illegally, or even if they come in, for example, based on political asylum, which has really been opened up over the last 4 years.
No, I think that's true. I think a lot of immigrants who came here, you know, are competitive with other immigrants coming in for some weird reason, and have no sympathy or empathy for people looking for a better life. Nobody wants to come through the border that way. Nobody wants to do that. You only do that if you have no other option, if you're running away from violence, starving to death. I mean, why are you going to risk your life for a better life? Because they're only coming here to work, to get a job. No American would risk their life for a job.